100% stacks. Okay.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening.
1, 2, 3. And we're livid. I mean, live.
Livid?
You all left it. King
We're not
got his
gonna
things in
do
a
it.
wad today. Okay.
I'm not livid.
I hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, it's a hump day. The last day of April. Can you? God, it is just going by.
You just reminded me of something, Jen.
Uh-oh.
In a week I'm back in the States, right?
I know. Thanks for the warning. I've got it on the calendar.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're all J's now.
I'm
trying
everybody
to
in the chat. Run. Okay. She's good.
Well, I was trying to look for a little tarot cards for you from Brazil since I got you one from Hawaii, right?
Check the wax shop.
Now, in this place, it's a very high popularity of Catholics, and that's a no-no.
You're the devil.
Yeah. So I found oracles, and I thought it would be funny, if you read an oracle and it's in Portuguese, how would redneck Portuguese sound?
Well, I know a little bit of Spanish, and so when I do Spanish, it's a little twangy. So we'll see.
¿Qué pasa?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny, but I'm thinking about it. We'll see.
You're thinking about it.
About getting it.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about the beaches.
Just a reminder: tomorrow is
no beaches.
Tomorrow's the humanitarian meeting, number 3.
Yes.
Is our third one?
Number 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
2 p.m. Eastern, I'll be sending out those links. We've gained a few members. Not everyone can come. Some people have to work. That's okay. It will be recorded and sent and put on the Telegram page. If you still want to join, I have to have your email today so I can add you to the list. Okay.
You got mine.
What? Yeah.
She actually added both of ours.
Yeah, you guys don't email me and say, add me to the list. You're the first 2 on here. So it's like automatic. Like, of course they are. So,
I got the VIPers.
Yeah.
The VIPs.
We're going to discuss updates on stuff and how to ignore rumors and your to-go bag. What to bring and what's not to bring.
Okay.
So treat it like a bug-out bag.
Pizza to go.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why my laptop is
why is your camera going whack?
Not even drunk or I'm drunk. I'm not sure. I haven't had any.
No, I'm just getting dizzy. That's all.
Are you getting dizzy, Mr. Saylor? I'm on the sea.
Yeah, it's been like over 20 years since I've had my sea legs.
But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Okay, sorry.
Just wheel me on over.
This is a serious thing.
Yeah, get all serious.
Are we sure this is not Friday?
It feels like it. Well, you know what?
No, smoke's not coming out of our ears from deep diving, so I think it's Wednesday.
Well, no, but I'm thinking the energy shifted because there was that doom and gloom, and then I think it's uplifted. I think we're a lot better now today.
We're doing very well as far as our frequency and keeping it there. The hard part is when public announcements of true history, hidden things, especially what's underneath the Vatican, come out. Even we can have some shock value. We have to remember to stay positive and yeah.
Because sometimes that is brought to you by minions so they can bring your vibrations down.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to wean them into it, but that's not helping.
Well,
just got their one-track mind. They just think it's the God's gift to religion, basically.
Man-made dogma. Yeah. Well, that that we were warned. The ending is not for everyone. Some people will
Yep.
take months or years to recover, and some never will. So we'll do our best to uplift, but remember, it's not your job to fix everybody because you ain't Jesus. Okay.
Jay said, did someone mention his name? Was that Jesus?
Is that Jesus? We're gonna have a come to Jesus meeting.
I didn't hear anybody say anything about thaw. I mean,
What? Hey, Rocco.
hey.
You still have it.
Every time I like dust the desk and clean it off and everything, this thing is in a different place.
You know, you need to have that along with a pineapple.
Oh, yeah. Well, the kids have all this play plastic food that they play with, and some of it's like pizza. Pineapple. Yeah, I should teach them. Put that on there.
He's right, spitting heavily.
Poor Rock. Stay hydrated, love. You'll run out of spit. All right.
No emoji for shish kebabs.
We were talking backstage about a lot of people kind of, not everyone, but some people are going through these emotions right now because they have an overwhelming sense of doom and gloom. But they don't understand why. So I'm not saying that this is the reason, but I knew something was up or something was coming. And Saturday night, I had an experience that was quite interesting. I was taken, Truett, he's one of my Arcturian family members. Truett came, and all I know is that I was on a ship at a different density. I'm not talking about this Gaia in this timeline. I'm not talking about us. I went to a different one. Gaia looks very similar, but the energy was terrible. I mean, it was just awful. And then they showed me off into a distance. These massive asteroids were in the line of hitting Gaia. And this means cataclysmic wiping out all living. I mean, it was going to be gone. So what we know about the dinosaurs or the way they were extinct, this was going to be mass extinction. And I'm in this ship. You can see there's windows all around, and I'm looking, and all these off-worlders are standing there, and they're quiet, and I'm watching, and I'm going, do they know? And Truett said, no. So these are council members. And I said, don't you think you should tell them? And they said, well, we're not sure, because why get them all upset and in a panic, because that's not going to help the situation. I said, it doesn't matter. They have a right to know. That way they can choose on their own how to spend their last days, whether they want to pray to God, give blessings, do forgiveness, whatever it is, they have a right to know this. Apparently, I was there to give my opinion. They took it into consideration, and apparently still nothing was done. I was exiting this realm at the exact same time the asteroids are hitting this Earth. So this doom and gloom sense for me that I had been feeling was that fractal of me returning, because obviously at some point they see this coming through the atmosphere. They're going to see this asteroid and they know that it's over. So it could be your fractal feeling the same thing in that Gaia and that density returning. And you may be feeling that different timeline. I'm not saying that's what it is. Could there be something that's going to happen here that could be mass scale? Possibly. Don't know. But we still have to keep our vibration and frequency high and faith. And no matter what happens, God's still in control. Okay?
True.
So I wanted to share that. If anybody's got an oversensing something weird or bad's going to happen, Deb, I got your email and we'll go over that question.
Yeah, I feel that it is. We're actually astral projecting there, or that fractal. We're actually astral projecting and almost saying goodbye to those fractals
Mm-hmm.
and then coming back. So that's probably why you're bringing that. Because for the past couple of days, my body has ached.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, it's no wonder.
that my body ached, or your yeah, had to pass that asteroid.
All that walking.
Yeah.
Walking the streets. In those nightclubs at night, according to the oracles.
Now the karaoke, and that's tonight. We'll see.
She gonna go find her man.
Oh man!
You know what? I think I should stop saying that on the show because I don't want it to go. Watch what you ask
We're
for.
manifesting it for her.
And she's projecting it.
Well, King gave her a song to sing tonight. Now it's stuck in her head. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I better change it. Here we go. I gotta,
Oh, there's laughter in the rain.
oh
You
man.
got any coffees?
I do, and I have emails, and I have Renee. Let's see.
Okay.
Deb, yeah, she had emailed me about. I was all hyped up on Sunday or Monday, couldn't get calm. Nadia said you might could shed some light on because she asked you if you could share what you experienced impending doom related green light. Yeah, so that was what I was talking about. Deb's other question is, hey Jen, I had a dream with my father, biological father, early this morning and wanted to know what spirit says the message was. Okie dokie.
You're almost there. Be patient. You almost got it.
You still fishing?
You said
What
the
are you doing? Poles, fishing poles, dancing poles.
South poles.
There we go, round
No.
poles. And
That's the one you dancing on.
I wish I can dance. Like, you'd probably hear so many cracks. A chiropractor would be elated.
Why I shuffle this telegram? I think it was Sister Terry who shared this clip about what was really hidden under the Vatican about this realm or portal, or I forget how he describes it, that there are codes, and once we raise our frequency, it activates all over the world. It's interesting that may be like we are the key that opens it up.
Okay.
It could be another reason why I kept having these visions of the key. And then for years, well, Nadia knows this, I had been having dreams about codes, but I didn't know what they were.
And then you had a key in one of your oracles.
I know.
Hmm.
So it could be related to that.
yeah, it's possible.
It's possible that rabbit hole could get a lot deeper. Mhm. Yep.
Are you walking around going do, re, mi, fa, sol? Actually, yeah, I believe it's vibration. It's the 11th, is it? Harmonics or 12th harmonics?
Yeah. Deb, interesting that this, okay. If you've had some internal battles here recently, it could be amongst family or community. Maybe you just don't like the way your neighborhood is operating or whatever. This is your dad. Okay. He wants you to know that you're secure, that it's okay. I get you're moving.
What?
This is the future for generational wealth. and that you're going to have what you've wanted all along. High Priestess, there's a lot of secrets about this dream that they don't want to explain. You just need to continue with hope and optimism, and you're about to have new beginnings. You're going to walk away from your old life. Your dad is just there to assure you it's okay. Don't fight it. Okay. Victory.
Nice.
Now, I don't know what your dream was about, but
Well, that's why I'll pull a air Vippy. Air Vippy.
Arabic. New category. Okay.
How do you say Vippy in Brazilian Portuguese?
Oh my gosh, I don't even think they know there's a Vippy. Would there be a different message if she was in that other parallel universe?
Yeah. It's different energy.
Because when I did pull on her, I did a Kachina, and the advice was 8 and 8, 88, which is time traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if
she just got the 8 of Cups and that's walking away.
Yeah.
She could be.
Okay. Alrighty.
Tyler needs to behave himself.
Ife, Tyler. That's what we say. Okay, we could say Ife. That's Piglet.
I got kicked out of the squeeze play for dancing on the pole. I think it was racism.
Oh, okay.
I said no redheads on the pole.
Coffees.
Sure.
Thank you, Angie, for the coffees. Thank you for morning messages, roundtables, and Zooms, and for all you do. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys got your May Zodiac spread this morning. It's up if you haven't watched it yet.
Seen it. It's a good one.
Yeah. All right, JD. Okay, Jen. We had an intense storm last night. We were watching from our 3rd floor deck. A young girl was walking her tiny dog and got caught in this. The dog disappeared. She kept walking and also disappeared behind a fence. I went to go look for the dog. No dog and no girl. What happened? Love and
Was this a dream?
No, there was a storm.
And who is this that said that?
JD, Jen.
Okay, so she saw this lady and a dog, and then there was no dog, and then there was no lady or a dog.
Yeah.
Was there a tornado? And was she in Kansas?
I was just going to say that. That's the dog's name, Toto.
And do you have a lot of children in your neighborhood who are proclaiming they are known as the lollipop kids?
All right.
Was there lightning? Red shoes? Tyler.
Oh, thank you.
Your first clue, Jen, would have been, why are you walking your dog in a storm?
It's a break in the matrix. That's what I got. And it could have been an off-worlder.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep, sure was. Don't fear what happened. It's okay. It's all right. This person is not harmed. The dog is not harmed. Here's your son card. This is a alliance card. So whether you call them white hats or whatever you want to call them, whatever label. Did they disappear into a different realm? Yes, they did. In a different world. Our worlds are colliding. Can you tell?
Topsy-turvy.
Yeah. But this is not a bad thing. Divine Spirit wanted you to see this. This is being on display. So they want you to be aware. And I think this is also part of your gifts. You're actually able to see a split in the veil, call them portals or openings or whatever, because the Two of Wands comes in here. That's a portal card. You have the ability to see these. So if you start seeing other things disappear, don't panic. I'm going, okay, bye, see ya. It says no one was harmed, so don't worry about it. Now, people around you, if they saw the same thing, they might think you're crazy if you told them.
If they saw the same thing, then you just call a white wagon to come by and bring out the jacket.
Coming to take me away, haha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people do just poof out, Roman. They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And think about it. I mean, if you're walking a dog in a tornado storm or whatever storm, I mean, if we are in a matrix, that probably was the wrong NPC to put in there. And they're like, ooh, we got to take this one out. But
yeah, there's nothing here to be concerned about. It's how blessed are you that you got to experience this? Okay. Renee, give me a second. This might take a minute. It says, hi, Jen and everyone. Question: is blood ulceration oxygenation good for our health, and do we need it?
Ulceration or oxygenation?
Oxygenation. Is blood ulceration oxygenation? Do I have to say? Oh, yeah.
Can you say that 3 times real fast?
No.
Okay, is that another term for bloodletting?
Oh, I don't know. I found a place in California that does this. I'm noticing many things available for our health, but they are expensive. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's that one doctor in California. What he's doing is he's taking out blood from one part of the vein, and he's transferring it through a machine of filtering that oxygenates and also removes impurities, and then filtering it back in. Is that who? I don't know who sent that question.
This is Renee. You're right. It says they call what I asked it's like a blood oil change for the body.
Yes.
Treatment. And
they're catching a lot of the clots that were from those jabs.
Okay. So she's asking, is this a good thing? Should we be doing this? And then she asked for a general reading. All right. So
I get a yes, strong yes.
It is a good thing. Yeah, it is a good thing. They are removing and they're also adding more oxygen, to the blood.
If he's got the money, he's got the time.
I don't know how many offices this guy has, but it's a high demand right now.
Well, if you think about surgery and life-saving things, you think about dialysis kind of works this way. If you think about the echo machine when someone's going through a heart surgery, things like that, they've already been doing this, but to make it as an elective procedure, that's interesting. And if hyperbaric chambers work, making oxygenated blood.
I can't see with my glasses anymore. No, Sashin wrote if Nadia
it would be better, Sashin, if she was wearing a mustache too. But
we all see the relation. Okay.
Well, we're all one.
We are related.
We are brother. Oh, brother.
We are sis.
Yeah, this is something that they've been able to perfect over time. It's nothing to fear. These are some of those secret things they've had all along. They're just now going to drip them out to the public. So I don't even get that it's
It's not part of the.
It's not breaking news. They've had this. They just haven't been allowed to put it out there because heaven forbid we heal people.
Yeah, it's not part of the old medical standards. It's part of the natural healing standards.
This is going to be widespread eventually. We're a little in limbo right now because of you have to have money to be able to do this, afford it, and that kind of thing. Be patient. It will be available as almost like after you get out of a med bed, it's almost just to maintain or get a little pick me up or something like that later on. You know, just like taking in vitamins and through intravenous. There's lots of little things we can do to maintain after we get out of the med bed. So it says it's good, Renee.
So every 15,000 miles, change your oil and your blood.
There you go.
Rotate the tires and you'll be good.
Rotate your legs, right leg to left, left leg to right.
There you go.
She wanted a general reading, so I'm just going to pull a general.
Which one?
Miss Renee.
General Millie?
No. Say spa? South Spa? Yeah.
That's fine.
Renee, have you moved into your new home? Just curious. This is all your new stuff. New home, happily ever after, what you've always wanted. You might be feeling a little nostalgic and it's breaking your heart. Don't have regrets about moving. Yeah, these are just negative thoughts entering in your mind to lower your frequency. So pay attention to those thoughts. Embrace those moments that you had there, but focus on what has been offered to you in your new home and your future. Okay. So this may require some healing, but have hope and optimism. Okay. Your wishes were granted. So now we're not going to focus on what you lost, focus on what you gained. Maybe someday you'll have the money, you can afford both houses. I don't know. Okay, she said she started moving. Yeah, it's going to be an emotional process for you. Okay, you're going to be focusing on memories. What was like the first things that happened in the house? If you've been there long enough, maybe your kids were raised there. Make it a positive experience, not a negative one. Take pictures if you need to. But
And you will like it.
I was going to say, Jen kind of remembers that time. That is hard. It is melancholy.
It is hard. I didn't have a problem leaving the home that I was in. It was more about leaving family because we had to leave Michael there, and that was rough. But you know, fear of the unknown. What does my future hold? And I didn't have any attachments to the house. I could care less. I actually wanted to burn it to the ground, but
almost did.
Yeah. Yeah, just try to focus on the positive and what your future holds and the new memories that you're going to be making in the new home. Okay. All right, sister. All right. So
and how much fun your gnomes are going to have there.
Yeah, there you go. The gnomes will be happy.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
Gosh.
Whoa.
You want me to bring it? I'll bring it. I'll meet you in the back alley.
Get her there. Bring it. I have. Thank you, Angie, for the copies. And Jules has a question. And thank you, Jules, for the copy. Jules would like to know what her dream was last night, or it was about last night.
You tell her that. Wayne says, you're not using Jules, you're not allowed to use your deck today.
Oh. You get to use King's deck.
No, he said use Tarot of Dreams. He does not want. He said, nope, not for this one. Okay. Take it up with wings, Jules. You can thump him.
What
Oh,
did you
hear
do?
how ornery he was today? Making fun of me. It's old age. Mm-hmm. That crazy redhead in here agreeing.
Only stating facts, you know.
Rock
Sure.
is little Susie Homemaker. Are you changing the bed sheets? Did you shite the bed?
You remember that commercial? I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Corners and quarter bounce. You got it.
I shipped my bed sheets.
Can we get beds that are already made? Make it up themselves.
They're called maids, darling.
I have to look that up. Maid, darling. How do you spell that?
Maid, darling. Well, that's a new
If you want to call your maid darling, that's fine. You would here in the town.
How are you? It's been a long time. Shit your drawers. Yeah. I shipped my pants.
Jules, I'm curious if you went somewhere to get some upgrades because you were in a rough place.
Ooh.
Palace of Cups is a place where you go to regenerate emotions. So if you're overwhelmed and heavily burdened, because this is in the past, it's a place where you go to kind of get a reset and get focused back on your faith. All right.
Wow. Old Kelgon.
Coming back in your own autonomy, knowing who you are, remembering who you are, and that you're powerful, and that do this for King. Cover her little buttocks. That you are not stuck, and you are not the thoughts in your mind. That you're more powerful than what you were starting to believe. I can't handle all the stress. I just can't do it anymore. So it's like you went somewhere to reset. Okay. Yeah. This is about healing. And this is about now just wait it out. You leaning on your hoe. There's Dorothy and Toto. So you've put all the work in. Now just take a deep breath and enjoy the ride. Okay. So curious to know your details and how that translates. Jules, you were heading towards this base card, a tower moment. You can break. You're carrying a lot of stuff and you can have a break. Like, a negative, I can't take this anymore. So I'm curious to know how many times Jules has said fuck off in the last week or two. Okay.
She says that in her magic book.
4? Okay.
Let us pause the questions, please. All right. That's all I have for, I think, let me refresh, for coffees. Yeah.
She wrote a lot, John. She said a lot of FOs.
That's all right. We you can keep score if you want to, but the great thing about FOs, there's not a quota, a limitation. They're unlimited.
And you could be creative with them.
Exactly. You can say it in different tones.
From Remy.
Hey, Remy.
Any messages for her? Patience.
Hope your arm is feeling better. I think it was her arm that was. I don't know if Mary Jones is in here today. But, Jen, she did go to the doctor, and she has ligament tears instead of no broken bones.
Okay, but it's still something that needs to heal properly.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in. I got her on the 4th question.
Because I know she had a doctor's appointment today. Boy, we are so good when we remember their appointments.
That's
I
why we
try
have
to
you, the recorder. You write all this stuff down.
No, I don't.
I try to remember, like, from one reading to the next. What did we talk about last time? I can't do it. There's some little key things I can remember, but once I'm done, I block it out. I have to make room for other stuff. There's no room in there. Okay.
I have plenty of space.
Just kind of cram it in, you know.
Yeah.
Find every nook and cranny.
I'm trying to stop the echoes.
All right, Remy. So right now you want to be financially secure from here on out. Okay. But right now you're feeling like I ain't got nothing. When do I get mine? Okay. You're manifesting this. You're focusing on manifesting because it's not just for you, it's for the people in your family and you know, life that you want to help. Lean more on God, seek higher counseling, higher guidance, whoever that is to you, on how to do this. You're going to do this. King of Pentacles, you're going to have generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have to stay focused. Keep walking the walk, moving forward. Okay, and there's your 8 of Cups. That's your FO card. This is all about leave the past behind. Deal with the old emotions. Just leave it alone. Don't carry it with you to your new place. When you carry all that negative energy, it impacts how fast things manifest, or if they do at all. Okay, leave the past behind. You are going to be secure. You're getting your frame of mind right, because the King of Swords is in the past, and this is about seeking knowledge. All right. Get your mind right. Your thoughts and your words are very powerful for your future.
Your focus should be on the present.
Well, I mean, you can focus that it is already abundant. It's just on its way. The universe is bringing it. You can focus that you already have it and have gratitude towards it.
Yeah.
But also be careful with wording, because sometimes you'll tend to fall backwards and use the wording instead of moving it in a positive direction.
Was that an arm cross?
It looked like one, right?
Okay, there you go.
Oof.
Who's keeping score today?
So we got one and one, and we're all tied at one.
Yeah, because the air Vippy.
I couldn't find my Vippy card again.
Katrina, my phone did an upgrade. It put Gemini, which is AI. Is this part of quantum or negative? I can't uninstall it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You can
get a little sledgehammer, you put that sucker on the table, and you go.
That's exactly right.
I mean, to me, Gemini is the sign of Mercury, which is communication, but also Gemini has two views of it. Yeah, two faces.
Two what?
Faces.
Oh.
What did you think? So
I'd rather not say.
Is this good AI? Is this Gemini and stuff?
We have to have. Well, you don't have to have. In order to move forward in a modern day new technology, we will have to get comfortable with a certain amount of AI. Now, do we bow down and worship it? No.
No, not at all.
Well, let's see if this Gemini is good or not.
Nor do we have it do everything that we want it to, because then you get too lazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. This is a good, positive thing. This is your new quantum. Okay.
Woo. Well, maybe I should update my phone.
Okay. So 8 of Swords is how you're kind of feeling about it. Like, wait, I don't want it dictating to me what I can do and what I can't do and take my choices away. No, you need to be patient. This is a transition time.
There's that word again.
The divine creator. This is divine. And there's your emperor, which tells me the quantum system. It's also Mr. T. This is the system that's going to be taken into place so everything can be tracked in a safe, divine way. Okay, so they can't.
Mr. T looked like Jack Sparrow.
Doesn't he though? Yeah. Yeah. He does.
What is he, time traveling with some booze?
You're going to have pushback. They're going to say this is not good. You're going to hear it from especially the left. Well, that's not right. He's spying on everything you're doing. He's taking your freedom away. No, he's not. Ace of Pentacles. This is so they're mad because all their money's going to be tracked.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a positive thing, Kat. Just go with it, love.
So is it taking over from Meta? The Meta AI?
Yes, this is going away.
Okay.
5 of Cups is lost. 3 of Swords. People are going to be quite disappointed and frustrated because they're used to that. But that's why Temperance is there. Be patient with yourself. We'll all have to learn this new system. Okay.
Roman, married couple I'm contact with, someone named Seven, says May 27th is of note. Trump mentions May 26th. Can we glean? And is 7 legit?
7 is divine.
Now they're saying this is this last part of May. There's a lot of dates out there that have to do with that week. Now, May 20th, the Q clock ends. Yeah. So that's interesting.
It must have been a different timeline earlier because I thought the Q clock ended like 2 months ago.
Well, we also know that the calendars have been manipulated.
Well, anything dealing with numbers does, or it becomes easy to manipulate.
Julian, Gregorian, which we'll see. All right.
So we don't know because also we were missing 10 days. So
well, I want to make sure that I ask this without just give me a confusing answer. So are you asking what is going to happen around the 27th, 26th, 27th and that time? Is that what you're wanting to know?
It says May 27th is of note, and then Trump mentions May 26th. I don't know what glean is.
So you want to know if 7 is legit. Okay. Is this true? Something will happen.
Yeah, will something happen on the 27th that we should be aware of? And if not, would it be the 26th that Trump mentions?
Oh, it should have happened the 27th of April. I'm just saying. But
yeah, but I'm wondering if 27th is on European side, which doesn't hit us. 26. We're like 12 hours a delay or 8 hours delay. I wonder if something's going to happen there and we're going to get it on a different date.
Wow. Okay, Spirit. It's not funny. All right. First of all, be patient. They're coming. It's coming very fast. It's going to sneak up on us, actually. First of all, and 7 is legit. You have the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups, which means that's a hard yes, and this is a good contract. Queen of Swords. There is some kind of information or justice going down.
Could it be the king? Not you, king, but the king of Charles.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
I already did that.
Oh, we should all pass face plant.
Let's just say, let's get on the right side of things. Thinking, pick your positive timeline, guys, because this is pick your timeline. All right, what are you manifesting? Doom and gloom or prosperity? And that's not just physical money. That's prosperity in everything. Your freedom, everything. There's going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors stuff that's going to be coming out. They're going to try to cover up a lot. Expect massive loss.
Check out but
you have two aces here. One is tangible money and the other one's sword. We may find out information about the money system. Massive loss. It could be when they flip the switch and have the tower moment for make it official out into the public. We know the fiat's dead. Currencies are crashing all over the world. This may be when they actually announce it to the public, but it's something's coming down and it's coming quickly. But it does confirm, yes, you can trust 7. Okay. I choose to pick the positive timeline where we are abundant and this does not affect us emotionally, spiritually, any of that. You're making me dizzy. Stop it.
Mary, I had an appointment at the cardiologist's office today and received a heart monitor. Will the monitor be able to detect the reason behind the AFib from last week? Please, and
Mary's got a heart.
Mary's got a heart.
Mary's got a heart.
Next to the potato that was lodged. Nice. Nice. They find something on
I didn't realize Mary was the Tin Woman.
She's a little squeaky. Her parts are a little rusty.
Yeah. Need oil.
Oil can.
Oil.
Yeah, Mary, they're gonna find some. Like, I like those. It's like a 24-hour. Is it a 24-hour heart monitor or a couple days heart monitor? So depending on what your activity is, no qigong next to ashtrays. Yeah, I think they find something.
Leave the ashtrays away from the body, please.
They will find it. What made your ticker go off? Clicker. Okay. Don't worry about it because that just adds to the problem. Okay. They just want to watch and monitor. So you're basically leaning on your your heart hoe. And your doctors will be able to find this and correct it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is good. You got to be patient too. Give it time. All righty.
All righty.
Okay.
I don't know who this person is.
Oh my God, his voice turns to
My
mine.
son spiritually attacked yesterday.
Nice ambience to that, King.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's all right.
It's all right.
I get yes. See what happens when you're not at home.
Well, it should be covered.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That means a yes.
Came as a shock to him. That's your page that you're talking about, Abe. Yeah. To cause him inner conflict, somebody he knows, and she's a witch.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
girlfriend.
Dun dun dun.
You guys have the tools to kick her out and make her surrender, so it's okay. You just as quickly as it came, you can get rid of it. So yeah,
it's done.
Is that a done deal already? All right, Jay. I'll try and be delicate. Who's the douchebag stating he's descended from the line of Jesus, Muhammad, etc.? Bad vibes on that one.
I love Rocco's version of delicate because it's the same as mine. And I would have added a couple of little F words in there. I would have said, "Who's the fucking douchebag?"
This one guy that stood up and started proclaiming things on YouTube, because I've seen that guy, but I don't know. Is there? Who is this person? Is he on
I
YouTube?
think I know who he's talking about.
That's almost as good as that thing you sent me, Nadia, that says that there was a mosque of Jesus and Mary or something. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, it's the Mosque of Jesus, Son of Mary.
Yeah,
That's and it's written in Arabic because I told my dad to read it, and it said
I'm very confused.
They're merging just in case.
All right, let's see.
I just hate to see what he's like when he's not being delicate, though.
El Duce, that is delicate.
There's no such thing.
I think it's he wrote, yes, El Duce.
El Duce.
It's French, Spanish French.
Maybe.
Rock, let's just confirm he's a fucking douchebag. Okay.
Ooh, is that? Do we add that as FO?
You can if you want to.
I don't want to lean on that.
This is Satan. This is just pure Satan. Okay. So he is going to act on people's emotions. Okay. He's
Which he just did.
Emotions.
Which he just did. So guys,
Yeah, but I didn't give him any money for it. That's what he's after. This is a strategic plan of how to properly use his words, who he can touch. No, he got secrets. This is warlock witchcraft, the devil himself. So yeah. Well, Rock, you know what to tell him.
Now you know who the douchebag is.
Rough off with love.
He's trying to set himself up pretty, and I almost get the feeling that he's preying on people's faith, but he's also part of the deep state. So that explains a lot, Rock.
And it's all going to tumble down.
We were warned about false prophets. So
Yep. All right. Roman, how much is left that feeds off us or hinders? In other words, how many more dark? How much?
Well,
of
none
the dark blood
if
is still
you
around?
right, none if you don't let them.
Exactly.
But I'll look for a percentage or something.
I mean, all of this is, like we say, it's being done to you, not for you. So how are you going to take it? Are you going to get hindered? Are you not going to get hindered? This is a test on how you react physically, emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
I guess 3%.
Most of them have already been taken out and seen justice.
Yeah.
I have 4% still hidden.
Okay, so 3.5, 4. Got it.
Yeah.
Which
is not much, but whatever is there, even if it's just a trickle, don't let it affect you. Don't
like
to it.
Deb, you can put your phrase there. Devil stand behind thee, or get behind me.
Behind thee, Satan.
Yeah, behind me, Satan. So don't let it get to you.
Take the lobster out of your own eye before you start working on something.
We talking about the planks in the eye, are we?
Yes, we are. That's that came up in a dream last night that I had before I woke up.
All right.
The lady was walking towards me and saying, "Take the lobster out of your eye before you start working on him." And I turn around and there's this guy going like,
"Take the lobster out of your eye?"
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Is that a coin? What is it called? Bitcoin, crypto? Because that's lobster is part of it.
Well, that's not what Wings is explaining. It had nothing to do with money. It's the fact that he's a shell of a person. If you are judging someone else, you can judge by the fruits of what they produce, but you can only judge in the eyes of God and what His standards are, not yours. This is Matthew
Right.
chapter 7. Start
Right.
with verse 1. But the lobster to me represents that he is not who he says he is. He's an outer shell, not King, the other person.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Rock lobster. Funny. Anybody in the mood for Red Lobster cheddar bay biscuits?
Nope.
Dragonfly. I confronted our clerk on social media about a historical cemetery not being maintained. She checked it out and said she had no idea. Any messages for me about this? Go buy some clippers. Get her done. Oh, no.
17, do you have a historical society in your neck of the woods? Because that should be on them.
Yeah.
That's if you pay tax dollars, there's a certain percentage that goes to historical maintenance. So that means your tax dollars are going somewhere else, probably somebody's pocket.
I know in Kentucky there are some headstones in them dar hills that are not maintained.
Don't be talking about my backyard.
Hey, been there. Done that. I know all about your backyard.
Are they still open? Your graves?
They're not marked.
It's not marked
They
for
are
a reason.
marked, and they've got like where the kids do their little motorcycle runs through the forest, right over the top of the tombstones and stuff.
Yeah, but I mark things. I have peach trees strategically and blueberry bushes. Just saying. The pretty fruit. All right. She really didn't know, but this is Ace of Cups. She really didn't know. That means there's an offset money here. That means it's going somewhere else.
Wow.
There is money allotted. They've just let this go. Whoever was contracted to have the upkeep or the maintenance of this place, they ended this contract a long time ago.
Ooh, pocketing money.
Not like pocketing the money or something and walking away.
Probably, but they've kept it on the books so they can still receive funding. Okay. But now that you've brought it to light, Six of Swords and Page of Wands, something will be done about it. Stay on top of it, though. Okay.
Yeah. Good catch.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Katrina,
Now we
what does the summertime look like for us this year?
Hot.
Walking on the beach hand in hand.
Sunny.
With the one I love. Is that what you're trying to me say?
Well, now that you brought it up.
I got one more week.
Don't forget about that laughter in the rain.
A picnic under the stars.
Oh, with sand mites.
How romantic. I'll check you for ticks if you check me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't say anything. I gotta take the fifth right now.
Ooh-wee.
Abundance.
Hold on to your britches.
Lots of fish.
Looking into the future. Hang on. Reserve. Now that's finances. You have to remember we're in a different category. Society may have to go through some ups and downs. You know, gas here is back up to 309. It's crazy.
Around 4.
Lots of action. Watch the skies. Okay. Watch the skies. as far as temperature goes, it's going to be hot, and the devil's still going to be trying to do his crap.
Yeah.
Heat.
Well, you did mention today on the monthly the May oracles. It looks like July, 4 of Pentacles. Hold on. So that's summer.
Yeah. Hold on for it could get a little rocky. Well, we were told this. Now, we have to remember the whole point of the humanitarian is that we can help people. Society is not going to see the relief that we are. It's going to take us to help them get through it until he can get things balanced out. We were told this. So if it's rough for them, easy for us, we can ease their suffering.
Yeah. That's a lot of what the humanitarian projects are for.
That's what they're for, is to help them out. And if somebody's running up $1,000 electric bill because they're trying to keep their air on or whatever, pay it for them.
Yep.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's going to be rough on society in general. This is globally, not just the U.S. People are going to be hurting for a while. Shortages, because until the tariffs get all lined out, all of the backstock that we've got from these other countries is going to empty the warehouses. You may see empty shelves again, but this is a temporary situation. Okay.
Well, I got some good news. I met somebody yesterday who was really happy to see me, and we spoke about
it's another man. Okay.
It's a female. It's a female. It's a woman.
Oh,
but,
a woman. Okay.
Okay.
Don't judge.
But she is very awake here, one of the few.
Okay.
And amazing that she is already preparing for the food shortages and water and all that stuff.
Good. Yeah.
And that's I mean, I was happy to hear that there are some people here. I didn't talk to her about humanitarian funds. I don't know if I should or not, but for her to know about what was going on, refused to take the jab, did all that stuff, and for me to see that, because you don't see that here that much.
That's enough, because once you leave there, she may be the voice for that area. It would be a good idea, even if she calls you crazy, it's all right. Share with her, because with the knowledge
you're planting a seed.
Yeah, plant the seed, and what she does with it after you leave there, that neighborhood or area, she may be their only saving grace. So I would share it.
Okay.
Trust your gut.
Yep.
Trust my gut. I didn't think about it till now, but she is prepared, and that is a good thing.
Yeah.
Roman, what did the word wandering mean that King got from the pendulum? It resonated, but he only got one word. That's true. I only got one word.
Well, do you remember what the question? It was what the spirit.
He was wanting to know a message.
What
was the spirit? What message did the spirit have?
Yeah, but why is spirit keeping him stuck? I think it was. And then you wrote wandering. You said wandering.
I didn't write it. I spoke it. I used my voice.
Oh.
I'm going to pull cards, Roman, but Wings has an interesting take on this from your past lives, because you couldn't keep your happy butt in one place. So now you're being forced to.
Ah, okay. Because I thought he had to say, why?
Could be. Let's see what the cards say.
Run away.
Run away.
Yeah.
No, don't have guilt when I tell you what I'm pulling here, because there's a lot of us that have had this past history. Okay. So this is a past life, lessons being learned in this life. So some of the issues that you have now are because they need to keep your hand in here, okay, and focused on the divine. You were a part of dark nighttime rituals with the drinky drink in a past life. Okay. Now, in order to balance yourself out in this life and justice, you have to stay put and focus. Now, these are deep, dark secrets that you probably didn't know about. That's okay. This is to get you to stay and do that inner reflection and do the emotional work and the past life karma and all that stuff. The inner demons that keep coming up, and you're like, I don't know where this is coming from. What does this mean? Well, it's giving you a little insight.
Why am I not healing?
This is all of the worry and anxiety and the thoughts that you have that need to be healed so you can move forward. Forget the past. Do forgiveness for yourself and whoever else you are involved with. And they need you to sit still in this lifetime so you can work on it, because before you were just like, I'll just run from it. Okay. You have to sit still. You have to be with yourself. Look in the mirror. All right.
If I'm correct, I think he got in that space because in the past he did run away in this lifetime again.
Okay.
And
well,
so that's why.
And if you don't face something, but you really need to, and it's part of your contract, God will park your behind one way or another until you deal with it. And then once you do, and he knows your heart, then this is when all that manifestation of getting better and healing, that's when it takes place.
Yeah, I mean, still do forgiveness. Do forgiveness for past life.
Yeah.
Do, if you can, service to others will open your heart, will open and release a lot of other things that have to be released.
Well, I think right now Roman's in a spot where he needs to fix himself a little more.
Yeah, but service, it could be the twin hearts, because when you're downpouring divine energy and you're giving it out, it's considered a service.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you healing yourself, you're healing others.
Yeah.
So you
even
can
if
do
you
it.
just lend an ear or a shoulder to somebody who's really suffering, you're like, you can relate because that makes you an empath. I get it.
Yeah.
And you can share. So it doesn't have to be financial or even physical. If you could just, somebody needs to pick up the phone and call you and you can listen. These are services because it's of the heart.
Just don't absorb it. Don't absorb it.
Yeah,
don't
it's
let
not
them
yours to take on.
It's not yours to take, just to listen. But also, you raising the vibes here is a service, because somebody needed to have that vibe.
When you need to sit still, like Mary is explaining, and cross your arms because you're so impatient and you won't wait.
I am so impatient. My arms are crossed and my leg is just going up and down.
God will absolutely stop you in your tracks. Remember when I hurt my back and it was to slow me down? Mary now has a hurt foot, and he said, you're going to sit for a minute. So these are all ways that we think they're just freak accidents. No, they're not. No, there are no coincidences in life. We have established this. So be where you're at.
And raising your vibe will help release some victimness. Always do for me. Yeah, you can raise your victim. Put them in Jen's backyard. But it's soul searching, actually, and the fractals probably are coming back too. So you'll probably remember some stuff and just release it.
Yeah, it's okay. We're all and don't take all that guilt on either. Like, oh crap, it's just me. No, it's not, honey. Everybody's dealing with different things. Yeah,
at different times. Some of us already cleaned most of it out. By the way, not because we have gray hair, but I saw this thing on Instagram that said people who have gray hair have been achieving their crown opening, and more wisdom is coming in. Yeah. But if it's some yellowish, like they have the brassiness, it's that they still have work to do. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, I refuse to say that I have gray hair. Okay, I have sun bleached. That's what we're calling it. Okay.
Oh, no, you have more wisdom.
I make my own crown. See,
Look at that.
it's fluffy.
Would be meaning to talk to you about that.
Stand in line and make a list, darling. Okay.
Roman, is it the tire or wheel or brakes having issue?
Right front
Right
side.
front side.
Oh, you got a panic here. Go ahead, Jen.
Passenger side. Who needs brakes? Did somebody cut your brake line? What in the world? Let's see.
Maybe it's because you're not supposed to leave the house. We just talked about that.
Yeah, brakes comes to mind right away.
God says,
Let's
I'll
see what
stop
you
you.
get.
I'll cut your brakes.
God cut your brakes. How are you today? I don't know. Jesus cut my brake line. Okay.
You said
gotta
you
laugh
wanted
for
an
these
NDE.
Oh, you gotta laugh.
Yeah.
You have a brake problem. It's independent, not affecting. It's not the tire. It can be the tire because it can wear down into the rotor system if you have that. But these, when I look at this, I see brake discs or calipers that go on it. Sorry,
Yeah.
the mechanic part out is coming out in me. So this needs a change, okay, because they're rub raw. Okay.
Okay.
That's right. Jesus took the wheel. Don't be a backseat driver.
Jojo wrote, that's because Jesus wanted the wheel.
Mm.
E. Purple. Purple.
Purple. Okay, purple.
Had a dream. I was with a white dragon, big one.
Mm.
We were laying next to each other. It felt very loving. What was the message behind it?
It's a guardian, and no matter what, you know, they'll always be there for you, but they're protectors. And you know, Deb uses hers to burn cities down, but this one.
Sister Deb, get it straight.
So our Mexican sister. Wow, it's beautiful, divine. You guys are connected spiritually. This is just soaking up the energy. This is happy. You and the dragon are both happy when you're with each other. Temperance comes in here. So this, unless you're in battle, this is kind of what you guys do spiritually. You just kind of hang out. Now, this is
hang
for,
out, being patient.
this is for battles of what's to come. All right. There's not. They're just. This dragon is just letting you know that they're there. You are its commander. Okay. So you're a dragon rider, is what this means.
Yep.
You're waiting for your next battle. Okay. This is to take this time to rest and relax. It can
Okay, I'm punching out. King, I'm punching out. She's ready for battle. I can take a break.
Wing says to use pendulum to see if the dragon's name comes in. If it does not, give the dragon a name. Let's see.
Pinafore.
What did you say? Metaphor or pedophore?
Pinafore.
That's funny. My pendulum spelled penny. Is it a
Well, that's
nickname?
short for Pinafore.
Is it a nickname?
Yeah. Wow.
Penny.
Guys, you don't want those pennies dropping from the sky yet.
Especially
No,
the
they're-
ones
they're
not
a little
sun
heavy.
drops.
They're a little
Little
heavy. Pennies from heaven. That's cool.
Yeah.
Blaze is Deb's dragons' names.
Deb
Sasha,
needs to name hers fire department 911 or something.
just name it 911.
There you
I'm
go.
going to call matches. All right, go
I
ahead.
am feeling extremely alone and isolated, and the universe separated me with my close friends, and they have become my enemies. Why they left my life suddenly? What's the agenda of the universe? Doom
Well,
and gloom.
first of all, the first thing that comes to my mind, you need to be comfortable being alone in the sense that you have to like yourself.
Yeah, but there is no enemies. I mean, you can't have vengeance or
There are those that understand you, and there are those that do not understand.
yeah, and they're not considered your enemies. You know,
No.
it's just they're not part of your soul circle.
Well, and if you've had a soul contract with them, but they do have expiration dates for some people. They served a purpose while they were there. And I always look at it, that means God is about to move you to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
So don't grieve the process, embrace the process. But let's see what the cards say.
Yeah, but it's almost like if you're not going to agree with me, you're my enemy, and that's not. You shouldn't do the judgment because judgment is way below joy and love and acceptance and all.
You need to do some major
Allegedly.
healing. This
Yes.
is about you doing some healing for yourself. You cannot do this when others are in your ear. Okay. This is how you talk to yourself. Right. If you're hard on yourself, change that. This is to get you to work on your intuitive skills. You're about to meet your true soul family friends. All right. This is coming. This is a new, stable way of meeting the right people.
Mhm.
All right. This is coming because you would find out eventually that these friends that just left would eventually backstab you because of their thieves and liars. You may have not have seen it. God may have been doing you a favor, darling. So always look for the positive. Okay. Don't hate anybody. Don't look at them like they're enemies. They were in your life for a season, for a reason. Heal from this and move forward. Okay.
That's what Roman wrote: season, reason, or treason. Cough.
Yeah. Or all of the above.
India versus Pakistan has declared war, and USA and Russia is supporting India. Will the Third World War really happen?
No.
Yeah, I get a no.
No. This is to get everyone hyped up.
Movie.
They have to do this. I know it's warmongering and I hate it, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes to a point. Some of us do. This is a show. This is the world stage because it is about exposure. All right, of what is going on and what they've been doing all along. We are not going to war. It's not going to happen. You're going rumors of wars, yes. Even Yeshua told us that.
Yeah, and you're going to hear it probably in the many countries that have their opposite countries. You know, like Israel and Syria, or Israel and Iraq, or whatever. You're gonna hear a lot of this around the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't let that bring your vibration down. Worry, there's no place for worry and fear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You stay positive and hopeful, prayerful, then we're manifesting our beautiful new world.
Yep.
War has no place in it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get buried in my backyard. Just like,
Ooh, that's a big hole.
ooh. It's a deep pond. I'm just saying.
Pond?
Tyler, did that mean pause questions king?
It did. Yeah.
That was the
What
question.
more do I have to say, Tyler?
Spell it
Next.
out. Tattoo it on his forehead. Tyler, pause questions. All right.
I think I specifically heard you say pause questions.
Yep.
Colleen, I feel quite unbalanced today, so went out to ground myself, and my depth perception is way out of whack. What's that all about?
Guy is trying to reset you. Okay.
Wonder if she's in a bubble of protection. In a bubble.
Well, a positive divine protection of, I mean, you have to say shield down, because Gaia can't absorb if the shield is up. You need to release all of that. Let it from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Release all of that. Something's off.
Take the armor off, too.
Yeah, it looks like Colleen went to that parallel universe also.
You can reverse this. This is the doom and gloom that's throwing you off. This is a different world. It is leaking into this world. You see how it's pouring into Gaia? It's pouring. That energy is coming here. This world was that world was destroyed. Guess who gets to be the sponge of all of this energy? This is going to be a tough one to get through.
So what happens? Okay, so we're absorbing, all of us who went to visit that parallel universe to do our whatever, goodbyes, doom and gloom, whatever, and we bring it back here. Are we lowering the frequency of Mama Gaia? Because she's absorbing this also.
She can take it. The frequency
I'm not
is
getting
high
no.
enough. The frequency is already high enough. We need to deal with it. Don't suppress it. That means we say, I do not accept this for my realm. We welcome those fractals back with love and empathy and understanding, and just deal with it. What it does, it throws us off kilter. You may get dizzy, have headaches, feel just absolutely. Lee texted me earlier and he said, do you feel just absolutely exhausted?
I was exhausted.
And I said, yes. And I said, who would have thought the irony would be the Great Awakening is very, very tiring.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I had to take a nap before the show because I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Hard to believe. No walking on the beach today.
Mine will come after the show. So
no hand in hand.
I say it's not going to come after. I didn't even walk the beach this morning.
Sandflies.
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah, merging worlds, Colleen. Just welcome it. Only accept the positive and heal the negative. Okay.
And if you're grounding yourself outside, that's fine. Hug a tree. Release it. They'll absorb it.
Oh, yes. And they give back so much beautiful energy. So you absorb it too.
There is a beautiful tree I found here. And I got to hug it. So that was kind of nice. It allowed me to.
Violetta just slipped in here. She wanted to make sure that all of her pink pill deals were going to go through before we end the show.
Okay.
Her what?
Pink pill deals.
Her Benadryl.
Oh.
They're
little pink pills. I think it's funny.
I want to see if you guys are able to see this on the camera. It might. Look at that tree.
Yeah.
Look at them in the roots. It's almost like from
Which
Avatar.
One?
Yeah.
That's one tree.
Yep. It's beautiful.
I got to hug it. But can I sneak in a Vippy?
Is it an air Vippy or a ground or a
Air
water Vippy?
Okay. Actually, it's a tree Vippy. On one of these, I don't know if you would call them high roots off of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
There were nails all lined up like steps going up that one route. And I was curious to know why was that put there? You can't see it because it's on the other side of it, but look at how wide those roots are. That was my tree hugging day.
See, that's what I kept thinking. Wings kept saying the word ritual.
It's right in front of a giant church.
There's something about this where rituals were completed. But they would, you said nails were like lined up.
Yeah, like it could be like I don't know, a mini ferry or whatever. They can climb up though. That's how it was. It was like steps going straight up.
There's something about whatever this ritual was that they would post messages or almost spell casting. They would post it and then sit back and wait and watch for something to happen.
Interesting, because I gave it love yesterday, so I wonder if that's what I needed to do.
Yeah, they would manifest. So there's something about this tree that's how they posted or hung. They wrote it down. You know how like we'll write things that we want to release and then burn it or whatever. When they want to manifest something and they want to make it happen, they would nail it into the tree.
Negative?
Very. This is witchcraft.
Okay, is it part of that church? Is it from that church?
It's involved. There's something there that this is coven family working together. This is a whole group of people. They all work together. It has a leader, but there's a whole group of people.
Interesting. Is it done or is it still active?
I'm a little concerned about the leader of the church here that orchestrates and works there. So not only give good, positive, loving energy to the tree, give it to the church, give it to this pastor, reverend, priest, whatever he is. There's a lot of negative energy.
Oh. Yeah, I could see it. Thank you.
Victorious Moon. I had a dream this morning. I was in a different Earth. Not sure what type of beings I was with. Spaceships. Beings. I was with spaceships. Like a peacekeeping treaty conference was happening. What was this? Just a fantasy dream or?
That's the same daggone thing I did.
Isn't that amazing? Guys, this is amazing.
I was taken in a ship with a council, and it was up to them to decide whether they were going to tell this other world what was about to happen. No, it's not a fantasy dream because I had it too. Yeah.
You two dreaming about each other?
Oh, yes.
Did they have to wear a white jacket when the ships came? No.
So they're bringing light workers in to help also counsel about how to help and with the other worlds. You may have experienced an identical going on the ship and being asked and working with this council. It could have been a different world. The one I was at, that it was destroyed. Now, the one you are at, maybe there was a problem and they're bringing light workers in to say, Can you counsel? Guess what? We're being trained because when we leave this density, you're going to be part of a higher council. This is what you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're being trained for your future job. So it's not fantasy. You just described what I just talked about. That's what I did.
You
Yeah.
two just need to stop in each
No,
other's
because
dreams.
if you think about it, when we ascend, we are going to be somebody else's higher self, or
Yeah.
us again as a higher self, whatever.
And I just want to go ahead and say I'm so sorry.
It's like this. It's like I'm meditating and I keep hearing "fuck off."
If I'm the higher self to a tarot reader, oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, same with me. They'll be getting nothing but jokes.
Wow.
My person would be like, my spirit doesn't stop talking. And what the hell is a Vippy?
Oh, good. Use pendulum and it spells out Vippy. I don't know what this means. Okay.
Linda, will I ever get my 20 acres of land with evergreen trees
Ooh,
or evergreen trees?
Evergreen. Okay.
Manifest it.
It's iffy. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
not-
Soft yes.
soft yes, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And generational wealth to boot. You will win. You got two huge victories, and those are the two biggest victory cards in the deck. Yep.
It is.
You will
Just
prosper.
don't be taking my 20 acres of land now.
Well, hers is evergreen. You got evergreen.
Y'all can wrestle for it. How about that?
That's a higher self saying that.
Hire yourself with a southern accent. Maybe
Man.
the other world that we're going to help coach and guide. There is no such thing as a southern accent. They're going, man, your dog's funny. Okay.
She must be from the South Pole.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
My friend is staying with me, but I feel a little tension between us. What can Spirit tell me about that?
Well, that's because it's your home and you are going to be territorial, but let's see.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, follow your intuition, put boundaries, make sure you have boundaries.
Yep.
And if this person, is in a rough spot and has to stay with you, can you imagine the tension they're under?
Mhm.
Very, very strong personalities. Watch your words of how you talk to each other. Okay, these are two very strong personalities that tend to could possibly use a sharp tongue. This person has a lot of burden on their shoulders right now, and they're just trying to look into the future and trying to figure out how to get help and out of a situation. And you may be as well. Give it time. All right. Just give it time. This is stress. It's finances. How am I going to do this? How am I going to pay these bills? It's you, but it's also your friend. And when you have two identical personalities, you're going to have tension.
Well, that's good. I mean, she's moving Friday, so just send love and just relax. And
a huge transition in life, and they need support. So just do the best you can.
Try meditating together, and maybe that'll help get rid of. It'll help you, and it'll help her.
Yeah, people don't feeling out of control. Something goes crazy. Okay, so we've gone from arm cross to arm lean.
Uh-oh. Eileen?
No,
Marcy's
do not.
got the last chat question.
Madge, don't confront her. That could be hurtful. Just breathe through it. Now, if it's a nice concern question, you could say, "Are you okay? You're going to be all right? When you move." Do it that way. Don't walk up to her and say, "What the fuck's your problem?" Okay, that's a Jen answer.
That's
Okay,
her higher self
Fuck
talking to you.
off.
That's Jen as your higher self.
that would be
Yes.
my approach. But yeah,
No, it's only Friday. You already just 2 days, but you can help by saying maybe do something. Let's focus on breathing. Let's focus on this. Let's focus on this is my I have rules here. I feel comfortable this way. You can always say it in that way instead of confrontation. All right, done.
Did FDR have 4 terms or 3? He had 4, but he died in the 4th term.
yep, we didn't complete the last one.
So let's say 3.5. We're even.
Well, I don't think he made it in 3.5 either. Not to the half. I think he was like a month or 2 in.
Wow.
Kat wants to know if there's VIPs in heaven. There's VIPs. Yeah, everybody and every thought. That's how special you are.
Yeah, and you create your own heaven.
Double check your coffee page.
Okay. Debbie L says, "Love you guys. You help with keeping my sanity." I'm not sure we're great for that job, but okay. We just help you realize you're not alone. Okay.
One
right.
question at the gate. No,
I got
Tyler.
Josie's got a question. Monkey Works said drone sniffer were flying all over northern Nevada and the Sierras. Is this white hats or did they cause the Gemini to kick in? Meaning the AI system.
So you want to know if the drones is from the negative or the
So
positive.
yeah, what the activity is this good, positive? And Wing says that I can use your deck for this, so I will. And while I'm telling you this, there's a lot of people in Western Kentucky right now that cannot wait for things to calm down because there's so much military activity all over Fort Knox.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're saying we're doing exercises, and I went, "Oh, yeah."
By the way, Ben, did you hear about these exercises? They're doing trauma exercises,
Yeah.
and they're getting volunteers to act out as traumas people.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think is going to happen when exposure?
Why are the drones coming from the white hats? What you get, King? I got it. Nefarious is trying to cause a stir.
Yeah.
Okay, so the white hats are working hard to guard something very, very precious. So somebody's trying to invade.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. I gotta run, guys. Love you.
Okay.
Hopefully, we'll see you on Friday.
All right.
All right, love. Bye.
Love you.
And Marcy, you asked how my walking on the sand didn't. Maybe we'll talk tonight.
Yeah. She'll be at it tonight.
Bye.
Yeah, Jules, I get that the story behind this, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on. There's a lot of, oh, we're just doing exercises, or no, they're in a defense position. So let me ask real quick if it has to do with Gemini, if that's maybe a location of one of the master computers or something. And they have to guard it. Oh, see. Yes, Wings, I know that's what you said. Let's be a little concerned over our electricity grid. I don't get Gemini. I get more of a electricity grid. And the base card is the deep state, basically, versus God. They're trying to steal something. So you guys know all of the stuff in Portugal and Spain and France and some of the other locations that have lost power. Many different reasons. There may be a grid. I don't know if there's a grid system out there. It's controlled out there. I get computer, but I did not pick up Gemini. Okay. Yeah. See you in my dreams, Moon. All right. Yeah, allegedly. For entertainment purposes only. All right. Are we done?
We are done.
All right. Okay,
Done.
guys. Tomorrow, humanitarian meeting. We will be discussing some checklist of things. We'll discuss rumors and how not to get stuck on those because nobody really knows a whole lot. And bring your questions. Okay, we're going to be welcoming some new people in there. And if you have not signed up, you have to email me today if you want in on the meeting. Okay, I will send out the link about 10-15 minutes before the meeting so you guys can go in and chit chat. Okay, all right. I love you. Thanks, King.
Love me night.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye now.